Hello, hello, everybody. Is everybody listening? Okay, is everybody hearing? Just let me know here on the chat if you are seeing this video, if you can hear me okay. And then we are going to start in a few minutes our marketing in Ireland. Our InSpire marketing of this month is really good. So we have a Paloma and Juan. So hope you guys enjoy. So I'm just gonna give you some few minutes for everybody. Just join us. Just 1 second. Okay, so let's start then. Are you happy? Are you exciting? So today we have Juan and Paloma, as I said, but before we started, let's have please just share this link with your friends and just make sure that you have your drink here with you. Can be a coffee, it can be maybe a wine or whatever you want, but just make sure that you have that because I'm sure that you're gonna love that today. So just let's go here, like, yeah. So we are just remind a market in Ireland. So for immigrants, marketing professionals, and the students for thriving careers in Ireland. So we have our QR code here. Please make sure that you join and just you can just be part of our community and just participate of all the things. Then we have all activities that I'm gonna talk at the end. So let's go through of our agenda. So we're gonna see the one presentation, and after that we're gonna have a Paloma, and we are gonna have a key and a questions. We are gonna talk about some events and news that we have, and this month member highlights as well, and then we're gonna have a closing speech. So the first one is a Juan who holds a marketing digital market master's in digital marketing, graduated from DBS in Ireland. He currently works and with Covalin. Is that correct? So he's gonna tell us if it is correct or not. And a BPO of Meta Enterprises as an operation analyst. He also has done freelancing jobs in managing social medias for different clients. His main skills are written social media management, video editing, and music productions and performance. So if you need him, just reach out to him. Juan looks up to utilizing his digital marketing skills for to further increase his reach um, in the music industry, creating appealing content through different digital platforms. So let's meet Juan. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for having me.
Great.
Like Chris said, a little introduction about myself. I'm mostly more than a marketeer. I'm a musician, first of all. My intention to study marketing since before I came to Ireland was to use marketing as a tool to, uh, as a way to appeal and a way to connect better with people by showcasing my main skill, which is musicianship, music performance, and music production. Um, just to give you a bit more introduction about myself, I'm from a country called Honduras. It's in Central America, and I do have a pre-grad in tourism business management, for which I was able to decide between different areas like accounting, finance, or marketing, or other, other areas that would be related to business management in general. At the end, I decided for marketing. I was always very interested in marketing and having the tool of digital platforms for marketing, which is in our age is growing exponentially and becoming more relevant. I chose for that one decisively. Also, I have friends that had been living outside of Ireland, still in Europe, and from Honduras that were telling me, yes, digital marketing is a growing industry. If I would have gone for anything, it would have been for that more than other branches of marketing. So I started my studies in September of 2021 in DBS with the digital marketing master's degree, and it was a bit rough at the beginning. I won't lie. I had the expertise of living abroad and experiencing what it meant to be getting involved into starting a degree in somewhere where I don't have my main language as the communication for me to get the information that I needed to learn. But not only changing countries, but changing a continent entirely was defying for sure. Um, of course, the many topics that I was learning during my master's degree had a lot of relation to what I had studied before in my business management degree that I had achieved earlier. Uh, but the masters did open a lot of doors, a lot of things that I did not know at all. Like I said, my pre-grad is in business management, so getting into marketing more in depth, like I did, was a whole new world. Even if I had a previous knowledge in it, and more than that, most of my life I did not intended to fully rely on the business management part, but also, like I mentioned, I was a musician first and foremost, and using this tool to aid me in my career was the main objective of all. And after seeing everything that the profession offers, you can see that this career of digital marketing can be applied in so many different industries. That opened my mind to not only applying it to my freelancing personal career, but also maybe stabilize myself financially in a country that I was just starting to know. And Of course, I took this in consideration way before coming here, as you need to find a way to make it in a country that's not yours. And I, at the end, managed to get my master's degree in September of 2022. After that, I started trying to get into different careers related to marketing. It wasn't easy at the beginning. I do have to mention I did not. The my university offers aid into getting you in contact with companies that would be looking for professionals in this area. I myself, in my situation, I did not look for the aids of the university directly. I tried to do it on my own, which definitely proved to be a bit more challenging. Um, like I said, I'm not a marketing expert per se. I've just used the tools that marketing has to improve my own career. I hope that this point of view gets to all of you to know that if there's anyone in my position, that is looking also like using marketing as a tool. Maybe there's a lot of graphic designers or people that are dealt in other um, different industries and are using marketing as a way to improve their businesses. And after a long year, 2023, of switching on and off of looking, I eventually came in contact with this BPO called Covalent. It's like an intermediary company to Meta or Facebook, which took me in at the beginning of this year in March exactly. I'm in a position that is not heavily required for any first entry to handle marketing expertly, which kind of relieved me in a bit. Because, like I mentioned, I was never a marketing expert to begin with. But the fact that I had the degree and I had knowledge already about marketing and I had applied it in a sense, managing social media for different clients, I guess that helped me to get into a proper digital marketing company like Facebook is, one of the biggest ones in the world, at least in the most basic level. So that definitely relieved me, like I mentioned, because we always get this sense of, how can I put it, this sense of imposter syndrome, where you don't think, in my case, that I was never a complete expert. How can I make it into this new industry in a totally different country that sees marketing entirely different than anything that I could have been seeing back in mine, especially in a first world country that's so well connected with the rest of its region, which is Europe, having to know that there's so many different cultures, so many different languages, so many different types of people, and how marketing affects all of them. I thought to myself, it's especially more challenging in this area of the world, more than my original one, which is Honduras, where every single country next to me will speak the same language. And at the end, well, I'm starting right now, just recently with Covalent, through Covalent for Facebook. At least as a starting point, I know that this BPO has many chances for me to grow and escalate throughout the company. And even though I am sometimes affected by this imposter syndrome, I know that I was already in a very, how to put it, in a very privileged position of having gone through the masters to be able to at least have an introduction to what the real market is. I know there's a lot of stuff that we can keep learning in the marketing industry, and at least having one foot in the company, having gone through the master's degree, I'm sure it was um, all in favor for me to start this new branch, this new part of my life. And yeah, like I said, I have just started this new job for me in Kavalen. I don't know if there's um, any questions or anything about what I've said that you guys may have, or
That's so great. Thank you very much, Juan. It was amazing.
thank you.
So good to have you here and then to get to know a little bit more. So I think it's very important to share this kind of thing as well, because I think, as you were saying, like, hey, that you just came from a different country, so to get your thing here and all of this stuff about imposter syndrome, then loads of people has it as well. So to get the degree, so it was really good. Thank you very much. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
come back with you later. So now we are gonna have a here. We are going to have a Paloma. Yeah. So just 1 second. I just want to bring her right here. I'm not sure. I think I'm having some issues on the internet. Can you hear me okay, guys? Just please just say yes or no here, and then I can make sure that you guys are listening to me. Yes, yes, great. Thank you. So please just remind again, just like, hey, make sure that you have your comment here, your questions. And Anna, who is here with me today, just assisting us. So she's gonna gather all of the questions and you will be able to ask those questions to our guests from today. So now we have a Paloma. So she has over 5 years of experience in marketing and holds also a master's degree in digital marketing. After 8 years in Ireland, 8 years, guys, so she secured a role as a marketing executive for a nonprofit healthcare company and has also been freelancing in social media management. Her core competencies include social media management, content creation, data analytics, and copywriting. So, a notable career highlight is managing a meme's Facebook page in Brazil. So, she used to manage that page. So, which is really famous. And you guys, I'm sure that everybody who lived in Brazil or who lives there knows that page, and this page just reached more than 4 million followers. So let's meet Paloma. Here we go.
Hello, can you hear me and see me?
Yes, I can. Let's put your okay, guys.
Okay. Chris, if you can just change the slides. Think. Perfect. So, hello everyone. My name is Paloma and I'm from Brazil. And today I will share a bit of my personal journey finding a job here in Ireland. And I hope that my story will give some insights and maybe encouragement to anyone facing similar challenges. So to start, you can go the next one, please. So as Chris said, I have over 4 years of experience in marketing, mainly social media, content creation, copywriting, and data analysis. And one of my career highlights in Brazil was managing a memes page on Facebook called Oi Linda. I don't know, the girls might be know about this. It was mainly for girls. And then in 2016, I moved to Ireland, and like most of us, I had to start from zero. I didn't speak any English. I worked as a cleaner, childminder, a waitress, and these roles, while not directly related to marketing, taught me valuable lessons in hard work and communication. And then After years of countless applications, interviews, and so many rejections, I was able to secure a job as a social media and marketing officer for a nonprofit healthcare company. And I also have been doing some freelancing for two pubs here in Dublin. And now I just would like to share more a bit of how this whole process was for me. And starting with my educational background. So, when I came over to Ireland, I did 2 years of English. Then I did a bachelor's degree in business, which I was able to skip 1 year because of my previous degree in Brazil. Then I did a master's degree in digital marketing from Dublin Business School in 2021. And then you can go the next one, please. Perfect. So during my time here in Ireland, I was constantly applying for marketing jobs, but it was so hard to even get an interview. I think the main point was the student visa, of course, but also I believe the lack of experience here. So I started working on learning more about industry trends. I tried to get experience by myself. I did a few online courses and some volunteering work here as well in related to marketing. And I also started by helping friends with their social media, and it helped me to build a portfolio of work that demonstrated my practical skills. And I was also constantly attending webinars and marketing events to stay up to date with the marketing landscape here. And that being said, I'd like to share some of the platforms that helped me during this time. So, to start, I was able to do a volunteer work through Volunteer Ireland for a skincare brand here. And it helped me to get practical experience with social media and copywriting. Then I also did a course on social media strategy on Inco Academy. I think most of the community members know this one, but for those who don't, they offer online training, and it was really good because we worked on a real life project. And at the end, they also helped me with my CV and interview tips, and I highly recommend it. And there was also e-college that was important for me. They provide free and part-time online programs in many tech fields. The one I did was a digital marketing course with them, and I also recommend it. And then lastly, there's a platform called Acadium. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it's a platform that offers internships in different marketing areas. And you are also able to connect with mentors, and they have loads of marketing materials to study as well. It was really good because I got an internship for an American company, and I ended up doing some freelancing jobs for them for a while. So for anyone that is looking for internship or to get some practical experience, it's worth checking that out. And then now I'm going to talk about the interview process. This was definitely the hardest part for me. I can't count how many interviews I've done, got so many no's. Some companies would ask if I would need the sponsorship in the future, and it was a straight big no. Others, I would go to 2, 3 steps of the interview, but still there wasn't any luck. It was very frustrating because after so many years trying, I started to believe that I would never get a job in marketing here. But eventually I got there, and from what I learned, I know it's cliche, but tailoring my CV for each application, I think was the key because I was able to better align myself and my experience with what employers were looking for. I also used to search common interview questions, watch a lot of YouTube videos to work on my presentation skills, and took a lot of time and practice. So, if I could give you any tips, just practice by yourself, train, record yourself, and eventually you get there. And just the last bit, I I just wanted to say that it worked, and I finally got a job in my area that I've been enjoying so much. It's definitely not an easy road. Sometimes it seems like everyone has luck except you. I've been there, but just wanted to say that one day your hard work will pay off. And I just wanted to thank the our community as well because it's been very helpful during this whole process for me. And that's it. Thank you for listening to me and for having me here today.
That was great, Paloma. So inspiring as well. So thanks for sharing all of the platforms as well, which I think is a very important because most of people that are starting are just arrived in Ireland. They don't know these kind of tools, which is a for free, right? So you just can apply for them and just share and then just volunteer and get some experience as well, which is really important. So you can get something on your CV just to start for at least. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank
So
you.
now, guys, if you have any questions, so let's see if we do have any questions here. So, Aninha, could you help me out with that? So, just a second. I'm gonna put a one back here as well. So, if you guys have any questions to Juan and Paloma, so please, this is Anna.
Hi guys. Hopefully everyone is enjoying.
So
Just
she's
had
gonna pop some questions here at the screen, and then we can ask.
yeah. I'm going to show the first one from David.
Great. What software are you using the most? And with the new wave of artificial intelligence, are you incorporating AI into your daily activities? Probably that's for both.
Yeah.
I can go first.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so I use a lot of chat GPT, of course. It's very helpful because I do a lot of email marketing. So it's really helpful. It saves me a lot of time, especially because English is not our first language. So I think I am the biggest fan of ChatGPT. And also, I've been trying to use a bit more of Photoshop lately and trying to get into the new artificial intelligence that they have there. I think those are the mainly ones that I've been using recently.
Yeah. In my case, the softwares that I use are more like internal tools that Facebook uses that I signed a lot of NDAs that told me not that I couldn't share specific details. But I can say that there are positions within the company that I am that works for Facebook that are looking into the AI tool that Facebook offers to all the users. There's people that are working in the AI department to improve its capabilities and its better use from the people of it. So if that's like an area that you would like to be interested in working on, I can say from my company, it's something that is exponentially growing. They're always looking for people that are working in the AI department for Covalent, through Covalent for Meta.
That's very interesting. Yeah, so you were working at Meta, so yeah, I was hoping to have some kind of AI on that.
There is for sure, yeah.
Yeah, especially like nowadays, like for ChatGPT, as you were saying, I think is a key for marketeers as well, right? So I think like most of people are like most of us are using that like to help us with email marketings or other kind of stuff as well. That's great. So now we have a question from Tagarella. So what was the differential of this last company that made you sponsor you, Paloma?
Yes, so I I bet like
You
for my
did you get a sponsor or not? Like I think that was kind of the question. Yeah.
yeah, actually
Or
I've been in the process of applying my work visa with them. So it might take a few months to get it, but I am in the process now. And from my experience, I think small companies, like local companies, are more open to give the sponsorship. The experience that I have with big companies, I believe the competition was bigger, and then they would have more options that would be easier for them to hire. So I think like a local company are more open to that from my view.
Perfect.
that's great. Thank you.
I think it like, I don't know what do you think, but what what I'm thinking about that, it's like in the next year, like every year it's becoming a little bit difficult, because last year the minimum per year it was like 30,000, and now like this year it's 34, and the next year is going to be 39. So I think it's also become a little bit difficult to the small companies. I agree with you. I think the small companies, they are a little bit more open to accept that, but also it's getting difficult because of the minimum salary.
Yeah, to afford that. What
Yeah.
about you, Juan? What do you think about that? Like the
It
difference?
is, yeah, it is something that, well, coincidentally, I just experienced right now. We all got a raise in salary at the company right now, and it does make it more competitive. That is for sure, for people to try to get access to a stable job position in marketing. It does make it challenging, but there's always opportunities. There's
Yeah,
definitely always opportunity.
yeah, yeah, for
And
sure.
just something to add that I just found out recently. So I work for a nonprofit company. It's a charity organization and member-based organization. And actually, they won't need to pay for the visa fee because they are a charity and then the government helps with that. So that's a good thing to know as
Yeah,
well.
that's
Oh, this
interesting.
is really good one because I've never heard about that. So, which is a good start for members as
Yeah,
well, starting looking at about that kind of job as well, and maybe make their life easier because I don't think that most of people are aware of any process. Like I think we are more aware, like we know better than them, but like especially in this area, get to know them and charities or place like this is really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, really good.
yeah, I never heard about that. Thanks.
You're welcome.
We have another one.
Can you put another one, please?
Yep.
We got one.
Yeah. So could you give some tips, sorry, on digital content creation?
Yeah.
If you can, I can take this one. For the digital content that I create specifically, I work with other musicians with songs that they have come up with. In my case, as Chris mentioned in my little intro, I do know to have some skills in video editing, which is something that's more appealing, the audiovisual part of digital marketing on social media, for example.
Mm-hmm.
You can always find different courses. There's free little tips and bits that you can learn on YouTube. And there's also different courses that are very cheap, like 30, 40 euros, that gives you some introductions into capturing proper video, knowing how to use a camera or different things, and then video editing as well. Um, Several different online universities. For example, I learned a lot in it's called Udemy, the online university that I accessed to learn more about some areas of music that I was not an expert in, like music theory and also video editing. That definitely helped me a lot. And we created some small preview videos for songs that we were going to be releasing in the future with a band that I work with here and other bands that I was working with back in Honduras that I could help them from afar. They gave me the material to work with and editing in the correct way. It can be pushed through social media with the correct knowledge of the platforms, of course. But there's all you can always look for little courses to make sure. I mean, there are courses that I mentioned are not that expensive, but the more you learn, it doesn't have to be exclusively like a degree that you might want to get to, but little bits and pieces can add on to your skills along with your marketing knowledge. It helps every single bit.
Yeah, perfect.
Great. And I think another kind of things then for social media like a people are using the most as well is the CapCut
Yeah,
one, which is helping like for editor stuff. Maybe this is terrible for whoever is editor, but yeah, this is a thing that is a being helping much. So have you been using anything different, Paloma, on your job, current job?
No, for designing mainly Canva, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and I use a lot of CapCut as well. And I recently did a graphic design course in iPad, but I'm still getting like to learn a bit of the Adobe programs, but that needs a bit more practice.
That's great. Thank you very much. So do we have a one more question? So I can see here. So Manuela Ferro said, like a super inspiring stories,
yeah.
guys. Glad to hear. Thank you both for sharing it. Thank you, Manuela. Um, who else do we have? One more question, maybe the last one. Okay, so I do have one.
Oh, which platform do you use on the daily basis? Emmanuel said, Juan said CapCut.
CapCut is definitely one platform that I would be using. And for more detailed video editing, I would use Premiere.
Nice.
Very useful for more detailed editing. On a daily basis, because of the nature of my work, Facebook, Instagram,
For sure.
definitely, and knowing what the platforms allow, what the platforms tools are extremely important to move not only my content but to know how to better do my job at work
For
with
sure.
them directly as well.
That's great. So I have one last question for you guys. Is do you think that the college that you choose made such a difference on your hunt for job here in Ireland? Do you think that also the college GPS that you choose made such a difference, like it stand out in, like in the middle of everything that we have here. Cool one too.
You
So
want to go?
for me, I wouldn't say like the course itself, like the masters, because through the process of getting a job and interviews and this whole thing, I was never really asked about my course or my degree or my grade or anything like that. I think what really helped was the fact of getting the work visa to work, like the graduate visa to work, that allowed me to work full time.
Hmm.
And from what I saw in interviews, they were more worried about the experience I had, and they really wanted to see what I could bring to the company. Like for my current job, the main part of the interview, it was they asked for it was kind of an essay. They asked me to create like three different posts. Like it was really practical, and then I was able to go to the second step of the interview. So for me, I think having experience and knowing how to put yourself up there helped more than having the master's degree itself.
Nice.
And then for you, it was the same.
Yes, I would also have that bit of a controversial point of view because after years of seeing not only myself grow as a professional, but my other colleagues grow as professionals as well, there are certain things that you would go to university for that are essential, like medicine, engineering, architecture, of course. Then there's other stuff that are related to business management that what people are looking for more is your expertise for you to, like Paloma said, to put yourself out there, get your hands dirty, get working on stuff, grow, and show whoever's going to hire you that you've been dealt into that battlefield, that you know how to handle yourself in a real world environment. Of course, I don't want to discredit the learning process that a university can give you because at least the process that I went through here in Ireland was so different than the one that I went through back in my country, for example. Here in Ireland, I did go with you guys to the same through the same masters. We did many of the things that we were delved into was like a real world scenario, quote unquote, because it's stuff that we would actually be using in a real job in marketing. But I do believe that the expertise in getting yourself out there, working at any given point from the smallest entry point to whatever other point you want to get, at least getting the expertise on any company is has more weight, definitely.
Yeah, that's true for sure. Like I think experience and trying training is the most important. Yeah, at the end, that's what you have. Great. I think we've got one more question, so that's gonna be the last one. So from Dave, thanks, Dave. So, what tips can you give to someone who is starting to look for a job in the marketing field? Ooh,
Okay. So I would say, first of all, have a positive mindset, because this process can be very frustrating, especially getting a few rejections at first. And just tailor your CV. I know all of this might be cliche, but that really helped me tailoring my CV for each role that I was applying, and then searching for the company, and then practicing the most common interview questions, giving examples in real life from my experience, and just keep trying, because one time it's gonna work.
great. Do you have any tips as well?
Yes, so something that I did that doesn't need you to be an expert in marketing as well. Uh, it has to be, well, my father is a doctor back in my country, and he asked me anything that I had learned, like, what are you doing up there? So what have you been spending time on? And some stuff that I could help him or show that I could manage is helping him set up a Facebook page for his private practice consultory,
Oh
just to
wow.
get his word out there, get it moving. It did help, and he passed on the word to other of his colleagues. That gave me the opportunity to make more web pages for different doctors for their private practice. That's another little income that was coming to me that anyone could actually learn from it. There's many courses or little videos that you can look on YouTube about moving a Facebook page or an Instagram page for you to move someone else's business. For someone like my father, for example, who is in a little more advanced age, wouldn't be taking much care about how marketing works on digital platforms. And I myself that use it on a daily basis, not only for leisure, but I also study for it. It's something that you can do by your own. Gets you money, gets you expertise. You can put it on your CV, and it's something that you actually did and actually works and actually have results for clients like doctors. And the thing is, marketing is everywhere. Like, you wouldn't think a doctor in the medicine field, but also musicians, artists, whoever wants would want to be interested in getting themselves out there through digital platforms. It's something, it's something that you, even if you don't handle perfectly, everyone can learn it and can use it in their advantage.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much. I just want to thank you guys for being here today. So I'm just gonna keep going to the presentations, and then I just bring you guys back later. Thank you. So guys, I just want to go through some notes from the our community. So we have a some kind of news, but not too much news, but it's still news. So let's go through that. Um, so we have the new websites that you guys can join. So it is more straightforward. So I have like there you can find all of the information about our community. So we have all of the events. So you can just find everything that you need in there. So join us here. So we have this QR code, or just look it up for Marketing Ireland community. So we have this new project which started the last month, which is a for pro members. We have a like the community is for free for everybody, so everyone can join us, can be part of all of the workshops, some kind of events that we have. However, we are gonna have now like exclusive some kind of exclusive workshops with Camila. So we are doing some. We had the last month, how to use HubSpot, for example. So she went through every single thing. So this kind of classes, you can have it exclusive if you are pro member. Also, you can just buy these individual, this kind of class. But however, like if you're a pro member, you will have a little bit advantage on that. So another thing is our next event is a training pro members for memberships community anniversary on the 20th of July. We are going to have a training for members on July 31st as well, and a hiking and marketing. So let's go for a day, which is last year was so nice as well. We just went for a great hiking. We got a picnic. So we were talking about marketing and other stuff. So like I really recommend everybody. So now we have some members of community that we want to congratulate, which is Sandra. So she earned the public relations diploma from Public Relations Institute of Ireland. Congratulations for play here. We also have Juan Diaz, who was our interviewed last month. So he earned new certification email marketing from HubSpot Academy. A great achievement. Congratulations to you. And I'd like to finish to say that the future belongs to those who believes in the beauty of the dreams. So I think it's kind of the lesson that we had here today, because you know we just have to believe in our dreams. We have to believe in ourselves. I think it's the most thing that we got here today, which is believe, practice, and believe in yourself. So if you don't try, like no one can try to do things for you. So like let's keep going, like believe in yourself. And so our marketing Nerland just came to the end. So I just gonna bring Juan and Paloma back here, and Aninha as well. So guys, I really want to thank you all for this evening. It was a great and inspiration night, like a nice, like great stories. Thanks for sharing it to us. I think like most of people got inspired as I am. So hope everybody enjoyed as much as I did. And thank you very much.
Thanks so much, guys. Really
Thank you for having
appreciate.
me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.
See you
Bye,
soon.
guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye bye.